Old boy fans will love this story. The movie begins in a prison in France, where we meet Sam, a man of few words who just wants to serve his sentence without any trouble. That's why he stays away from a fight in the gym that broke out over a simple misunderstanding. Back in his cell, the coach congratulates him for keeping his cool at that moment and is sure that, unlike the others in this hole, he will indeed have a new opportunity out there. And he was not wrong, as some time later we see Sam being released on parole. The opportunity to start over is in his hands, but that doesn't mean his past will leave him alone. On the contrary, he is soon intercepted by gang members sent by Farhad, his former boss. The protagonist, true to his promise, refuses to work with Farhad again. Despite the risks involved in saying no, the man continues with his new life, obtaining a place to sleep and a job as a laborer thanks to his parole officer. During a rainy day, Sam witnesses a mixer falling right on top of his colleague Issa, grabbing her leg. The protagonist immediately gets to work, getting him out of that situation after the incident. Issa thanks him for his help, admitting that if it weren't for him, his leg would be worse. At the end of the day, the aforementioned receives good news from the foreman. Once he completes his probation period, he will have a full-time contract. Sam returns home excited about this, although his joy fades when he sees Farah's gang members. This time there are many more. The man starts running and hides in the same building where he is working. Unfortunately, a thug was waiting for him there, so he must defend himself. And that's what happens when he defends himself. With a death on his conscience, Sam is forced to leave France, where it seems he will never find peace. But no matter how far he runs, his past will always catch up with him. 5 years after these events, Sam lives in a humble fishing village in Bangkok, Thailand. The rustic streets of France are now behind him. Now he gets his feet wet daily to put food on the table, a table with more than one chair. That's right, Sam is now a family man. His wife Mia and daughter Dara are the most beautiful gift Thailand has given him. And the best part is another baby is on the way. He came here seeking peace and found love. What more could he ask for in life? Money, without a doubt. Even though he works hard in the village, fishing is not enough to support his family. Therefore, he has a job as a baggage handler while his wife manages a restaurant bar. It's still not enough. Sam's main income comes from a place he's not too proud of, a boxing ring. For someone who rejects violence, he's quite good at throwing punches. Part of this is thanks to Hansa, his veteran trainer, who always has the right advice. Among the spectators, he recognizes Sonbak, Mia's boss and a family friend. Well, I don't know how much of a friend someone is who bets against you. In his next fight, Sam receives orders from his biggest bettor to win in the last round. However, seeing that Zombat is worried about his future victory, Sam has no choice but to let himself lose. If Zombat loses money, so does his family. To get through this, the man goes to the beach with his wife and daughter, who remind him why he does it. Before the day ends, Sam and Mia set out to acquire land they had been eyeing for a long time. Mia has always wanted to open her own restaurant. While an official reviews her legal matters, we find out that Mia has French roots and that she had Dara with a guy who abandoned her in France. Other than that, her papers are in order. It's because of Sam that the problems begin. Without an ID from his native country, the official refuses to grant them the land. Faced with Mia's complaints, the official announces that a new buyer has appeared with a better offer. While this news devastates Mia, Sam lifts her spirits, assuring her they'll find another solution. At night, Sam goes to Zonba for information about the land buyer, a guy named Narong. For some time now, Narong has practically taken over half the coast. Zombad is about to talk to him, but he doesn't promise anything since he's a dangerous guy. Eventually, Sam arranges a meeting between Narong and his right-hand man, Kazim. Both laugh off his proposal to buy the land on the beach, mentioning that it's not the first time a Farang like him has been seduced by a Thai woman. For those who don't know, Farang means foreigner in Thai, and foreigners cannot buy property in that country. However, seeing Sam is serious, Narong recalls that just as he came to this country for opportunities, someone gave him one, and now it's his turn to do the same. The question is, What can Sam do for him? Simple, he just has to move something at the airport, since he works here. The protagonist immediately accepts this job from Narong, receiving a suitcase to take to the airport. Its contents are drugs, as expected. Under Narong's gaze, Sam hides his nerves and carries the luggage as he always does. However, his facade crumbles when he sees a sniffer dog. The man runs like never before, escaping from the airport and hiding in the nearby jungle until the guards lose track of him. Back in the village, he meets some suspicious individuals who clearly didn't come for a visit. Soon, the protagonist returns home and warns his family to pack. Unfortunately, the thugs were already waiting at the door. This happens when you fail Narong. Sam then resorts to his fists. Although his effort is admirable, it is of no use to him, as the thugs take his daughter, and in the attempt to protect Mia, Sam ends up getting hit on the head, leaving him out of action. In that state, he has to watch as his wife's throat is slit. With their work done, Kazim and the assassin spread gasoline in the house, and Narong sets it on fire. It seems like this story has ended, although we wouldn't be here if it had. During the fire, an unconscious Sam falls into the lake and is soon rescued by Hansa, his trainer, who takes care of him for the next 2 weeks. A few weeks in which Sam, in the midst of his agony, is tormented by the ghost of his wife. As soon as he gets up, the protagonist asserts he'll find his daughter, even though Hansa thinks she's already dead. In his reunion with Sombat, he tells him Narong is back in Bangkok, while Kazim stayed in Bang Chan. It's not an invitation to look for him. Taking advantage of everyone thinking he's dead, Sombat advises him to go far away, to leave his life behind again. Of course, saying it is easier than doing it. Sam can't move on, not when there's a girl waiting to be rescued. After asking around every corner, the man arrives at the courtesan club that Kazim usually visits. The damsels, for money, reveal Kazim lives in a mansion outside the city. Sam tries to infiltrate that place quietly, although stealth soon ceases to be an option. Dressed as a guard, the protagonist mingles at the party, or so he thinks, as a woman recognizes him. Following Kazim, Sam is cornered by guards who make him get his hands dirty. Finally, Kazim comes out of hiding and tries to shoot the protagonist, but the latter manages to disarm him. Just before leaving this world, Kazim confesses to him that Dara is still alive and knows where she is. Did he really think he could get away with it? In the absence of bad guys to interrogate, Sam asks the ladies present about his daughter, to which they respond that the girls are taken directly to Bangkok, specifically to Chinatown. Before the journey, Hansa gives him a family sword, an amulet that protected his grandfather in war. Although Sam does not want to accept any of these gifts, Hansa insists that they will help him in his crusade. And since life has already taken a son from him, he does not intend to lose another. During trip preparations, they discover Zombad sold the restaurant to take refuge in the south. He doesn't want to be dragged down by Sam's recklessness, much less help him in a crusade that seems like a direct ticket to death. Nevertheless, Sam and Hamza arrive in Bangkok by boat and begin their search for Dara. In a damsel club in Chinatown, the protagonist pretends to be a customer interested in underage girls. The manager of the place is about to take him, but then he lunges at her and asks about Dara. A guard quickly tries to stop him, or rather, attempts to, because Sam smashes his head with a billiard ball. With the appropriate threat, the manager agrees to tell him where Narong resides. Following that info, Sam and Hansa reach a fish processing plant owned by Narong. There, the old man shows how his amulets are used. While Hansa distracts the guards, Sam asks the workers about his daughter, until a woman discreetly invites him to follow her. That's how the protagonist gains access to the area where the girls are working. Dara might be here. After dealing with the guards, he asks the girls about Dara, and they tell him that she was here for a while, although she was taken away on a boat yesterday. At least Narong is still in this place. Of course, the path to him is full of obstacles, many obstacles. Using only his fists, Sam advances down the hallway with a determined stride, massacring those who dare to sober. With Hansa covering his back, the man slips into the elevator towards his destination. Inside, he confronts Naron's best assassins, and they don't make it easy for him. And giving up is not an option. Knowing Sam is approaching, Naron greets him with a revolver in hand, but lowers his guard seeing how injured he is. During the protagonist's agony, a victorious Naron reveals to him that they were always on his trail. It turns out the gangster he accidentally killed in France was Farhad's brother. Consequently, Farhad sent Kazem to follow him. When the time came, they set a trap for Sam, and Zumbat gave up his home address for a bit of money. As for Dara, she never really left Bang Chan. Zumbath has been hiding her from the beginning. With that said, Naron proceeds to strangle Sam, but he receives strength from beyond with a shard of glass embedded in his arm, takes Naron by surprise, and sends him straight to hell. Upon leaving, the protagonist encounters a badly injured Hansa, who was waiting to see him one last time before departing. Back in Bang Chan, Sam confronts Zumbat, and he confesses that he was always in love with Mia, much more than Sam was. The least he could do was take care of her daughter. Not satisfied with the explanation, Sam raises his revolver, but just before shooting, a familiar voice shakes him. It's his little Dara. With his daughter back, the man heads home. And so this great movie ends. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and thanks for watching.